Welcome to our Pokemon Tournament web application. In this application, we will walk through the core functionalities that a particular user can perform. This includes the creation and management of Pokemons, skills, and individual Pokemons. We'll also be able to view all created Pokemons as well as start standalone Pokemon battles and start Pokemon tournaments. We'll also talk about the modifications we have for this application. The modifications we have are privacy, authentication, and authorization, and creating and persisting a Pokemon in a database. So our first modification that we have is user authentication and authorization. So for this modification, our process would be to navigate to the login page, which we see here. Here, a user can log in if they already have an account. If they don't, they can register for an account with a username and password. Assuming this is a new user, we will navigate to the registration page to create an account. So here we'll enter a username, password, and then confirm password. All right, and then register and see that that was done. Now that we have a user, we can navigate to the login page where we can log in for the user that was created. All right, upon successful login, we'll be able to see the dashboard view where we'll have different options to go from there. Some of the first options that we will display is adding a Pokemon skill. So for this process, we will click on the Add Pokemon Skills on the dashboard, which is done. Select the type of skill, which here is attack, the skill name, and the impact. We'll go ahead and do this for a number of new skills. Some of them will be attack skills, and some of them will be defense skills. All right, now we'll go ahead and submit. Now we can go back to the dashboard to create new Pokemon.
The next step is to create a new Pokemon. Click on the Create Pokemon link on the dashboard. The user is then able to create new Pokemons using the pre-added list of skills earlier and assign them a number of max hit points. We're gonna start with Pikachu with hit points 25 and attack skills Scratch, Ember, Poison, and defense skills Block, Endure, Protect. Click Submit. Now the Pokemon has been saved to the database. We can repeat the same steps for adding Snorlax, Charmander, Kirby, and Bulbasaur. Charmander, Kirby, and Bulbasaur. So now the Pokemons have been saved to the database. Now we can go and view all the Pokemons that we have recently added by clicking on the Go to My Pokemons list. And in this screen shows all the Pokemons that were created. The display info functionality is implemented so that the user can also view the details about each Pokemon on this page, including their name, the hit points, their attack, and their defense skills, and impact values for each skill.
We would like to highlight the next functional modification, which is the Create Persistent Pokemon. After we create those 5 Pokemon that we just discussed, upon checking our MySQL database, we can see that they are successfully stored. If we shut down the application and come back to it as well, we still can see that these Pokemon will be fetched to the View Pokemon page.
The next feature we would like to highlight is the Start Tournament and Start Battle functionalities. Navigate to the dashboard and click on Start Battle for standalone battles. In here, the user then selects which Pokemons they would like to battle each other using these drop-downs. And by doing this, we enforce that no valid Pokemon names are passed to the battle, as the user can only choose from these drop-downs right here. Let's select Pikachu and Snorlax for this battle. You can see that the details about the Pokemon can also be displayed here, which attack and which defense skills they have, and also their current max hit point. Before starting any battle, the user must also set seed for the Pokemons. I'm going to try to set the seed to 10 and set the seed. Seeds has been set successfully for both Pokemon. We can also check in the database again that the seed has been saved successfully. Right here, Pikachu has a seed of 10 and Snorlax has seed of 11. We can also remove the seed for these two Pokemons. And checking the database again, we see that now their seeds have become null. So let's set the seed again to 10. Okay, refreshing the database, get their seed set. If you set the seed again to a different value, say 20, and refreshing the database, you should see that the latest set seed operation takes effect. Okay, let's start the battle. The battle is actually running and will get printed out when the battle has finished and a winner is declared. So as you can see here, we get the logs of the battle, and the battle winner is declared at the bottom of the page as well. I will this time demo the stop simulation functionality, so I will resubmit this link to run the battle again for Pikachu and Snorlax. Right here, you can see that the battle details are printing out, but if I click stop battle, then the battle is stopped, and there should be no more battle logging messages on the terminal. For starting tournament, we're gonna go back to the dashboard, start tournament. For tournament setup, we enforce such that the user has to select at least 4 Pokemons to begin with. Say that if they select only 3 Pokemons, then the start tournament button is disabled. So let's select at least 4. We're gonna have the tournament between Pikachu, Snorlax, Kirby, and Charmander. The first round will be between Pikachu and Snorlax. The second round will be Kirby versus Charmander, and the final round will be between the battle of these first two versus the winner of the battle of these two, Kirby and Charmander. All right, start the tournament. Before each battle, the user still had to set seed. for the participants' Pokemons. So let's set the seed for the first round, 5. Okay, start the battle. All right, we get the first winner for the first round, which is Pikachu. We click on next battle, which is between Kirby and Charmander. Set the seed for them. And start the battle. Right, we see that for this battle, Charmander has won. We click on the next battle between Pikachu, which is the winner of the first battle, and Charmander, the winner of the second battle. All right, again, set seed for them. Let's say 11, set seed, and start battle. All right, you can see that the tournament winner is declared at the very end of the tournament, which is Charmander. Let's go back to the dashboard.
The last non-functional modification that we would like to highlight would be privacy. Each user can only see their created Pokemon. Currently logged in user is our user, new user, and these are their Pokemon, which we can click View Pokemon to see their Pokemon list. Now we can create another user account. And we can log in. And from here, let's create 2 sample skills. Let's do 1 attack and 1 defense. Next, let's create 2 sample Pokemon. And from here, we can pick the attack skills that we created. And the defense skill. And let's create our second Pokemon. And now we can click with View Pokemon, and now our user should only be able to see Mew and Magikarp, which are the Pokemon that they just created. The other Pokemon that we did the battle with were on a separate account, so we cannot see them. So this ties to our authentication and authorization modification, where if a user has admin access, let's go ahead and try to see if we can view the admin dashboard page. So we're logging in with our admin credentials. And here we can see now that there is a new routing which goes to our admin dashboard because this user has admin credentials. So now, because we have admin access, they can view this admin dashboard page where they can see all of the users of the system.